go ahead and call this meeting to order. A quorum is present and the meeting was duly posted in accordance with the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code, Chapter 551, and it is 6:30. Mr. Dickerson, do you have someone?
Yes, Ms. Ogberg, will you lead us in our invitation?
Dear Heavenly Father, we just want to thank you for the many blessings that you have bestowed upon us in Joshua ISD. We're just so grateful and thank you for all of them. Lord, we ask that you watch over all of our students and staff this upcoming week as we finish out school, and that be with all of our families and staff. And I ask that you just watch over them and keep them safe during the summer so that they can have a restful and enjoyable break with family. Thank you, Lord, for our school board members who volunteer their time to come up here and Lord, lead and guide them in the decisions to make great decisions for Joshua ISD. In your name we pray.
Hey, I do have a couple of celebrities I'd like to bring up. I've got Aubrey Castillo and Jaden Warner. Aubrey is a 11th grader at Joshua High School. Her interests are music and writing, and she will attend UNT to major in psychology. And Jaden's interests are hiking and fishing. And Jaden serves as operations and IT at Joshua NJROTC. She is also a member of the Precision Rifles. Will everybody please stand as I just start questions?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible. Joshua ISD be a highly acclaimed model of educational excellence.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Can you come
The
back
girls.
up here, please?
Oh.
Thank you so much. Okay, at this time, we're going to move into our recognitions, our time to let our students shine that we are so proud of.
Okay, so our first group that we have is our UL academics, speech, debate, and one-act play. So we have a large group represented by many different sponsors for Joshua High School. Joshua High School UIL academic speech, debate, and one-act play students recently won their 9th consecutive district championship and 16th district championship since 2006. JHS scored 584 points, winning by a margin of 298 points over the second place team. As you can see on the back, they've continued the history of excellence with those UIL academic champions. I will then turn it over to Eva, who's going to lead us in introducing all of those members.
Real quick, before we start, I was going to give you an update. Mr. Yielding just called, and we have some kids at state right now. And the computer science team is in first place currently going into tomorrow. It's very exciting. And Austin Reeves is top 6 right now. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, but they're in a good spot. Okay, so district results. Students, if you'll step forward when I call your event and raise your hand when I call your name. Cross-examination debate, Tobias Holman is in Austin. Presley Nugent, first place, advancing to state. Jacob Pena and Austin Reese, second place, advancing to state. Logan Breedlove and Stephen Moore, third place. Brenlyn Carroll and Avery Miller, fifth place. At state, Jacob Pena and Austin Reese advanced to octofinals. Tobias Holman and Presley Nugent also qualified for TFA state in policy debate. So congratulations to them. Team champions. Sarah Ingram, first place, advanced to region. Jacob Pena, second place, advanced to region. Christina Sevilla, sixth place, advancing to region. Congrats. Number sense, calculator applications. Austin Reese, sixth place. Science, computer science, team champions, advancing to region. Nolan, many of these kids are in Austin right now. Nolan Gertz, first place. Austin Reese, second place. Trevor Martin, third place. Kyler Martin, fifth place. Lincoln Colhagen, sixth place. At the regional meet, Austin Reese, second place, and Nolan Gertz was sixth. And then I just told you how they're doing right now, so good luck to them. Current issues and events. Second place, Gadiel Santana. Second, advances to region. Lincoln Colhagen, fourth. The team also included Tobias Holman, who is at state currently, and Tobin Davis. Journalism. Overall Journalism Team Award. Peyton Hewitt, first, feature writing. Third, editorial writing. Fifth, headline writing, advancing to region. Autumn Jones, first, headline writing. Third, copy editing, advancing to region. Brian McCormick, first, news writing. Second, feature writing. Third, headline writing, advancing to region. Brianna Rios, second, editorial writing, advanced to region. At region, Brianna placed sixth in editorial writing. Congrats, guys. Literary criticism, team champions, advanced to region. Lila Walker, first, advanced to region. Audrey Villegas, sixth, advanced to region. The team also included Liam Flanagan and Shika Pacrell. Congrats. Mathematics, Austin Reese, third, advanced to region. One act play, earned alternate play. Jacob Balderson, all-star technician. Tessa Wright, all-star cast. Elijah Weatherly, honorable mention to all-star cast. Ready writing, Haley Schooner, sixth. Social studies, second place team. Savannah Trammell, second, advanced to region. Gadiel Santana, fourth. Sue Brock Pacrell, sixth. Team also included Brianna Rios. Spelling and vocabulary, team champions, advanced to region. Lila Walker, first. Liam Flanagan, fourth. Team also included Shika Pacrell and Audrey Villegas. Sorry guys, too many talented kids. Speech and debate, team champions. Tobias Holman, first, persuasive speaking, advanced to region. At region, Tobias placed fifth and was alternate and is now in Austin. Presley Nugent, third, persuasive speaking, advanced to region. Kaylee Yuen, fourth, persuasive speaking. Second, poetry interpretation, advanced to region. Hiya Patel, fourth, poetry interpretation. Peter Mantilla, second, prose interpretation, advanced to region. Guadalupe Villanueva, third, prose interpretation, advanced to region. Peyton Hewitt, fifth, prose interpretation. Jacob Pena, second, informative speaking, advanced to region. Austin Reese, third, informative speaking, advanced to region. Tessa Wright, third, Lincoln Douglas debate, advanced to region. Douglas Cowens, fourth, Lincoln Douglas debate. Autumn Allen, fifth, Lincoln Douglas debate. JHS Regional Congressional Debate Team. Hiya Patel, second place, outstanding POIC region, state qualifier. Kaylee Yuan, fourth place, region qualifier, alternate to state. Addison Pugh, legislation authored by Addison, a resolution to send aid and funds to the Democratic Republic of Congo was selected for inclusion on the UIL 5A state congressional debate docket. Maria Soteris, Sophie Leon, Guadalupe Villarreal, and Adeline Moore. Maria Soteris was also TFA State Congressional Debate Qualifier. Did I miss any events? No? Okay. Congrats to all these students. Thank you.
All right, our next group has already made its way in here. This is our FFA livestock judging team, who's led by Mr. Clark. They were district champions, 5th consecutive district championship, and 8th overall. They were also area champions. They were state qualifying team and took 11th at the state contest. Top 5 placing at 15 different contests this year, and were the number 2 ranked livestock judging team in the state. Mr. Clark, you want to introduce your members?
You betcha. Down here on the end, we got Caden Grimm, we got Cutter Davis, Katie Torrey, Dakara Hemseth, Tatum Bird, we got Keely, what's your last name? Keely Clark, and we've got Brody Turner, we got Montana Aikman right here. Only one thing I'd like to add to that deal right there. We have 5 of these seniors that are lined up here. They're all going to go judge livestock on the collegiate level. And so we got Brody's going to Blinn, Keely and Dakara going to Texas Tech, and then Montana and Caden are going to go judge at Clarendon College. So, you know, very proud of that.
Thank you for all you do.
Our next recognition is Cadet Ethan Henry. He's led by Lieutenant Colonel Davidson. Ethan Henry is in 12th grade, is a 4th year Joshua High School NJROTC cadet who will graduate this week. During his time in the program, he's distinguished himself as both an exceptional student and athlete. A member of the varsity rifle team, Ethan represented Joshua High School at the JROTC National Championships and represented the state of Texas at the National Junior Olympics in Anniston, Alabama. He is also a member of the school's shotgun team and competed at the state championship last summer. Beyond athletics, Ethan is an honor student of impeccable integrity whose leadership and character have earned the respect of his peers, instructors, and community. His accomplishments resulted in an ROTC scholarship and additional offers from Tarleton State University, Virginia Military Institute, and Texas A&M University. After careful consideration, Ethan accepted an offer to Texas A&M University from the Corps of Cadets. Upon graduation, Ethan aspires to commission as a Marine Corps officer and fly the AH-1Z Super Cobra attack helicopter, following in the footsteps of several former Joshua NJ ROTC cadets currently serving our nation. Okay, our next group is our Joshua varsity golf teams. They are led by both Leah Wright and Gary Wright. Our varsity girls golf team is being recognized for a successful district and postseason performance this year. This group included only 2 members with any previous tournament experience, yet they worked extremely hard throughout the year and ended up with an impressive second place team finish in District 858. Senior Kelly Young was the individual district champion for the 4th consecutive year. The team advanced and competed in the Region 1 tournament in Lubbock, where they finished 8th overall. Haley was the individual regional champion by a margin of 9 strokes, which qualified her for her 4th straight state tournament. At state, she shoots 72, 71, and was one of the only 3 girls to finish the tournament under par. She finished in a tie for 2nd. Great job, Kaylee, and the varsity girls golf team.
And I'll just introduce them real quick. We have our 2 seniors, Kaylee Yon and Lily Smith, and then the 2 freshmen who joined us, Grace Gleason and Avery Miller.
Thank you.
Our next group is our Joshua High School varsity women's soccer team, led by Coach Brooks. Here are some details about their season. They finished 17, 5, and 4. Our ladies scored a school record 106 goals while only allowing 16. In district play this year, they scored 71 goals and allowed 6, with 11 shutouts. A fantastic unbeaten district campaign, 11-0-3, earned an 18th consecutive playoff berth. After dispatching Trimble Tech in round 1 and earning our 12th bi-district crown in 13 years, the ladies' ride ended after a solid game against a good Grapevine team that, again, everyone in their right mind knows that in a perfect world would have happened far later in the playoffs. Every team is different, different challenges, different opportunities to overcome. This year they dealt with replacing 6 starters from last year, among other things. Our ladies stepped up and definitely got better as the season went on. Anyway, another example of a team to be proud of. Ladies that represent Joshua ISD so well. We have basketball players, sprinters, pole vaulters, and color guard members, and folks who sing in the choir. These ladies excel in the classroom. Every one of them was named Academic All-District. They also excel on the field, and they excel in many different venues. Beyond that, though it was fun, we are thankful for that and another solid season. We haven't won it all yet, but that doesn't change how proud we are of this team. Coach Brooks, would you introduce your team?
Sure. All right, we got Kinley Miller, Warren Ellis, Peyton Davis, Jocelyn Miller, Marky Lane, Kennedy Milbian, Hannah Day, Gracie Davis, Kelly Ogle, Nevaeh Fielder, Hazel Kurz, Haley Stewart, AJ Steenbergen, Taylor Gordon, and Presley Hunt.
Our next group we want to recognize tonight is our varsity baseball team. They're led by Coach Carazales. Our varsity baseball team went 23, 11, and 1 overall, and 11 and 3 in district, which was good for second place. Back-to-back seasons with 20-plus wins, they were by-district champions and area finalists. 20 players were named to the academic all-district team, 5 players were named to the academic all-state team, and 5 players have signed to continue playing baseball in college. Coach Carazales, would you introduce me?
Yes, there's one more stat to add to that. We also just had 8 players named to the all-district team, including we also have the district MVP. We have Nate Chittum, Calvin Wisnant, Jackson Philpott, Trevor Hernandez, Landon Lilligore, Kason Cobb, Alec Aguirre, Renee Torres, Braden Payne, Dylan Rogers, Trey Everett, Hank Berkner, Kay Coleman, Alec Rupacaba, Cash Kreiner, Xavier Gahava, Jonah Johnson, Hunter Streevick, Will Bowling, Riley File, Max Mata, Cody Rogers, and Caden Buckler. This is Coach Allen, Coach Parham, and Coach Nelson.
Good job, guys.
Okay, our next group that we're going to recognize tonight is our boys varsity soccer team. They're coached by Will Walker and assistant coach Emmanuel Gillespie. Our boys soccer team finished 4th place in District A5A with a 6-5-3 district record and advanced to the 2nd round of the playoffs. Coach Walker.
All right, well, I'm going to go down the roster real quick here. Some of the guys couldn't make it tonight, but if you're here, if you want to give a little smile and wave, that'd be fantastic. And we had Maverick Ramsey, Braden Quinones, Demetrius Folsom, Ranger Quinn, you're here. Ranger Quinn, Tristan Howard, Angel Espahel, Toten Ogunkoya, Josue Monreal, Tomas Bostem from Belgium, Subrav Pakrel, Hayden Howard, who's not here, Josh Martinez, Nate Gonzalez, Judo Molina, Javier Pina, Mario Elizondo, Esteban Salas, Dakota Ellis, Carson Kilcoyne. I know that they mentioned our record a moment ago. I just want to say that these guys put a lot of pressure on themselves this year to kind of live up to last year's team, making the playoffs, going a couple rounds in the playoffs. We have a really tough district schedule. They played a really tough pre-district schedule. Every team we played was a playoff team, including a 6A district champion and a 4A team that went to the 4A Division I state championship game. So they really had a tough time in the early season, but turned it on early in district. Feeling pretty good. We hit a little rough patch. Things weren't looking so good, but they basically had to win 2 games at the end of the season to pull it out and make the playoffs, and they did. So they got that 4th spot, which what was great about that was they turned around and had to play the first place team from Fort Worth, which I know people sometimes look at the Fort Worth district and don't know that they're very good at stuff, but those boys play soccer really well. And so we were the only team in District 8 5A that made it out of the first round of the playoffs against that district. So very, very proud.
Next group will be our Joshua High School varsity softball team. They're coached by Coach Benson, Coach Haskins, Coach Harrell, and Coach Jones. Okay, our Joshua High School varsity softball team were by-district champions, area champions, and regional semifinalists. Now, those are Coach Benson, and introduce yourself.
Introduce my, okay, super proud of this team. Like Mr. Dickerson said, by district champs, we were co-runner-up in district with Burleson High School. Beat North Hills round 1 in by district. And then area, played Argyle, a very solid softball program. Went to 3-game series. We won game 1, they won game 2, and then we ended up winning game 3. And then battled against Abilene Wiley. Very proud. We had some girls who got superlatives this year for our district. Landry Durham was District Defensive Player of the Year, which is awesome. And then Isabella Lambert was 2-time, her 2nd year in a row now, Pitcher of the Year for District 8 5A, which is awesome. Yeah, round of applause. So we'll will go through and we will introduce. First, I put them in grade level here. We got seniors. We have Molly Young, Landry Durham, Taylor Prophet, Bella Hernandez, and Cheyenne Strawn. They normally smile more. They normally smile more than this. And then juniors, we have Zaylee Masters, Leilani Sam, Evelyn Tate, Julia Stewart, Bug, but we call her Bug, Braylee Macbeth, Faith Rice. Sophomores, we have Isabella Lambert, Kinley Alexander, Lexi White. Freshmen, Bella Brown, Brenlyn Carroll, Kayla Ortega, and then behind the scenes, our crew, we have Gentry Durham and Peyton Marshall. And so, and then coaches, varsity assistant Adrian Haskins, Coach Harrell, Brooke Harrell, and Jana Jones.
Okay, we have one more recognition tonight. We've got our representative, Ms. Helen Kerwin, and she'll come up. Get right here.
Okay, well, Joshua ISD, just wow. I'm absolutely bravo. This has been not I'm really impressed with these kids and all their programs. And so what a perfect way to end this. I'm going to pass this out first, and then I will explain this. So good evening, everyone. It is an honor to stand before you tonight to recognize Joshua ISD on this extraordinary achievement. Joshua ISD has been named to the Educational Results Partnership Honor Roll, and even more impressively, it is the only district in District 58 to receive this prestigious recognition. This honor is based on real results measured through student performance on the state of Texas assessments of academic readiness, consistent academic growth, and success across all student groups. Only 15% of schools and districts across the state of Texas earn this distinction, placing Joshua ISD among the very best as a result of that. That kind of success doesn't happen by accident. It takes strong leadership, dedicated educators, supportive families, and students who show up every day ready to learn and grow. Tonight, we celebrate a district that is raising the standard and setting the tone for what education should look like. Congratulations to everyone who played a role in this award.
We'll get a photo.
Okay, I've got one more. I'll go wait. Shall I shake your hand?
There you go.
All right. And to continue on that train of success, we also want to recognize the AG Elder Elementary. Where are you sitting? Out of 64 campuses across District 58, A.G. Elder Elementary was one of only 7 in the district to earn the Texas Honor Roll distinction, an achievement that speaks volumes about the work happening on this campus. And at the center of that success are the teachers. The educators at A.G. Elder Elementary show up every day with dedication, patience, and a true commitment to their students. They go beyond the lesson plans, taking the time to support, encourage, and make sure every child has the opportunity to succeed. This recognition reflects more than strong academic performance. It reflects the consistency, care, and effort that teachers pour into their classrooms each and every day. Because of you, students are growing, achieving, and building a strong foundation for their future. Congratulations to the teachers, students, staff, and families of A.G. Elder Elementary. Your hard work is seen and your impact is present. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Wow. All the stars to Joshua ISD.
We're proud of him.
So,
Okay, now we are going to move to superintendent reports.
Okay, so in our workshop, we reviewed our enrollment report, our attendance report, our ADA report, our child nutrition, our property tax collection, our monthly financial reports, our monthly year-to-date status of special revenue funds, our check register, our police department report, our calendar events, and now we will start with our spring athletic scorecards. And it looks like looks like we'll start with softball, but good job.
Hold on, just cue the video. No, okay. I do have a paper though. So this year's softball, both teams had a great year. Varsity was 28-9. Junior varsity was 24-1. I said earlier, varsity was tied for runner-up. JV tied co-district champs. We stayed with the same tournaments that we had, very competitive. Went into district 13-4. We tied as district runner-ups. We're only losing 5 seniors, and as y'all can see here, we have quite a bit returning varsity. Working on a strong off season, and really looking forward to see the future of like next year, how we're gonna battle against adding Mansfield Legacy into our district as well, and where we're gonna stand fighting for that district championship title, honestly, this next year, and that's what they have their minds on, and they're hungry because they weren't ready to be done playing, and so they're like, okay, next year we're gonna keep going, and so they want to do graduation out of softball. That's their goal. So I love that for them.
Okay. Yeah. We'll start with Coach Dawson, basketball.
Jacob Dawson, boys basketball. This is us here. So we're really just, wanted to make sure that we continue to build on the foundation that we laid last year. We know that your record isn't always reflective of progress, but we're pleased when we take a step back that we're able to kind of see the fruits of some of the labor that we put in. So finished 5th in the district, so trending in the right direction. We had LaMarcus Fisher as a sophomore made first team all district. We had Addison Aubenshine, a senior, make second team all district, and we had 3 honorable mentions to Jamarcus Fisher, a sophomore, Jalen Garrett, a sophomore, and then Jerry Wilson, junior. So we have 3 starters coming back next year. All of them were sophomores, so that'll bode well. 5 total returners, and so really we're just looking to continue to kind of chip away and hammer away at what we've done. But the guys are really proud of when you take a step back and look at holistically over the last 4 years the direction it's going, and we're just going to continue to hammer away at that. So,
Let's go. We'll go Coach Carrizales, baseball.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'm Coach Carrizales. This is my 3rd year now, and we talked about, even with Coach Austin, the foundation that you set for your program, and I feel like we're still our foundation's been set, and I feel like we're continuing the level of winning that we're wanting to see. We went 23-11-1. That's back-to-back years with 20+ wins. 2nd in the district, behind Centennial. And we went 2 rounds, faced a really tough Argyle team that I felt like we battled them, and I felt like we did pretty well. This season was an up and down season due to injuries that we started off with into the season and even late into the season. But what I really like to see is our younger teams when they're having success, because we had to go into the younger teams in our JV program quite a bit this year, just in order to fill in a few spots with our varsity guys who got hurt. And they stepped in, they were developed, they were ready to go, and just to see their growth as young players and watching them be able to step on the field against a varsity team, and it was good to see. So the growth is there, the future is bright, and there's a lot that we're looking forward to. We got 6 returners coming back. We also have a player who was the pitcher of the year 2 years ago who didn't get to pitch at all this year, and he's coming back. So, and both of my starting pitchers from this year will be back. So we have including the district MVP. So we have a bunch of talent still in the program from 2 years of success. So I'm excited to see what we're going to do.
All right, looks like Coach Walker with soccer, boys soccer.
I should have jumped up here first. I'll never stall off on the ball. I'm Coach Walker. This is my 2nd year as the varsity soccer coach, boys soccer coach. I already got to brag on the varsity boys a little earlier here. That overall record really reflects how tough our pre-district season went. But of course, that prepared us for our district season. And we were able to manage to get 4th place and go on to the 2nd round of the playoffs. So fantastic that we managed to do that 2 years in a row. Hoping to still build on that. And I believe we can because we had a fantastic JV this year. We lost 10 seniors last year. We're going to lose another 8 guys this year. But we have a lot of guys that I'm already penciling in the spots that I think are going to take those positions. And of course, very pleased with what's going on at the middle school level as well. I got to mention like I did last year that we've got a lot of young guys coming up that know how to play soccer. It's really, really exciting for us that we're being able to build a program to where we are.
Alright, so we got a 2nd in district, varsity 4th, the JV and 3rd as freshmen. So this year was the first year in at least 17 years that all 3 teams had a winning record. Last year we had a sub 500 record with a freshman, So yeah, I think it's just the growth that we're making as a program down to junior highs and kids being interested in playing ball for us. We went 35-5 at the varsity level, went 3 rounds deep in the Toledo in the second round. We returned everybody from this year's team for next year, and we have really high expectations for the future, not just next year, but from here on out for the girls basketball program.
Girls soccer, Coach Brooks.
Yeah, so, I mean, kind of the same as what we just said, super proud. The Grapevine team that knocked us out went to the state final. They took one shot on us from inside our box. And credit to them, they scored on us. Yeah, but, you know, honestly, that's probably, like, since 2018, that's the closest I've felt that we've come to winning the whole thing. But, you know, super pleased with JV this year. They finished third. Both middle schools had good years. And, you know, just like everybody else is talking about, there's the churn. You know, we graduated 6 starters last year. Pretty much graduated the whole back last year. And this year we graduate the whole front. And it's okay. Everybody deals with that. But the expectation is to stay high. And anyway, just really appreciate all you guys and the support we get from y'all too.
Track, Coach Bethel.
I'm Craig Bethel. I'm the old guy of the group, I guess. First of all, I want to say thank you for the new track. It looks amazing, and it's really fast. Our old one was fast, but I think this one is faster. In our district, the boys district champion, they also won the state championship last Friday. So that's kind of what we deal with. But if you look, total-wise, out of all our boys and girls, we had 145 boys and girls run track. For our district places, the girls were 4th, the varsity girls were 4th, varsity boys were 5th, junior varsity girls were 6th, and the junior varsity boys were 5th. And then for the varsity with area, the girls ended up 3rd and the boys 7th out of 16 teams. We had 12 area qualifiers, 9 regional qualifiers, 1 state qualifier. We have 1 Nike Outdoor National qualifier, 3 going to college to continue their track career so far. At the district meet for the girls, we had 16 personal records set, and for the boys, we had 15. So, what a better stage. You know, the biggest meet, this could be the biggest meet of some of their careers to do the best that they've ever done. So extremely proud of that. We had 8 seniors that are academic all-state. So that's the second most. This year, one of our boys in the 3200 ran the fastest time since 1996. Girl in the 800, second fastest time in school history. So we're on the right track. You know, some of the other coaches talked about building a foundation. Well, last fall I destroyed our foundation, and we've started a new one as far as training goes. So totally different mindset. Training is paying off. We had 10 young men that ran 52 or faster in the 400 this year. So I'm really excited to see what a whole year of our foundation, rebuilding the foundation, gives us. Thank you all.
Coach Ryan.
Yep. I'm Leah Ryan. I'm going to report for girls and boys golf tonight, because Gary couldn't be here. But I'll just start with the girls. You heard a little bit about them earlier. They finished 2nd in district. The varsity girls did. The JV girls also finished 2nd in district.
We were really happy with that, especially in the varsity level, because we were really freshman heavy this year and only had 2 with any experience whatsoever. And for a little while, it looked kind of dire that might be the first year in many years that we didn't have enough for a varsity team, but they just worked really hard, and 2 of those freshmen stepped up, and as you heard earlier, they ended up getting second in district and advancing as a team to regionals. So, really big deal. We had the district champion, the regional champion. Y'all heard over the years plenty about Kaylee. This is her last year, so we're gonna miss her. The team got 8th at regionals. She went on to state and ended up tied for second, and playoff hole didn't go our way. She got the 3rd place medal, but tied for second officially at state. So girls, pretty successful season. The boys also had a good season. Our varsity boys, we entered 2 teams into the varsity tournament. One got 3rd and one got 6th, which the first group was just very close to getting one of those top 2 spots and advancing regionals, but they just couldn't quite get it done, but it was really close. And the fact that we had a second team come in 6th, pretty big deal too, since there's 8 teams in our district and several enter more than one team, but really proud of them. We did have one boy that qualified for regionals. He was Austin Edge, was 3rd at district and qualified for regionals. I think he got 14th at regionals. The JV boys were 4th. They also have a lot of young ones graduating, 6 seniors total in the program this year, which is a pretty good number for golf, 2 girls and 4 boys. But a lot coming back, and like I said, a lot of young ones. Not very many still going to be juniors and seniors. They're all going to be like freshmen and sophomores, so excited about the future.
I'm Coach Fain, powerlifting coach. First off, just want to say thanks for anyone that helped put on a powerlifting meet this year. There was a lot of powerlifting meets. We doubled in the amount of powerlifting meets that we hosted, and it's a lot of work putting them on, kind of like Coach Bethel will probably attribute to. It's a lot putting on a track meet. It's a lot for a powerlifting meet. This year, in the for girls, both the girls and boys at the same time, girls program increased by 15%. We had 42 girls that competed in a meet this year. In the boys, we had 85 boys that competed in powerlifting in a meet throughout the year, and that's attributed to the association gained a division. They opened up unequipped as long as they still kept the equipped division, and all that means is where they lift without supportive equipment besides a belt. As far as advancing to regionals, we had 10 girls advance to regionals. That was a good sight to have, and 7 of them were in the unequipped, and then 3 in the equipped. Had a first place regional champion, a 2nd place, and a 3rd place finish. Finished 3rd as a team at regionals, which was incredible. As far as the boys, we had 19 boys advance to regionals. First time in 17 years I've had that many boys that were able to advance, and again it was attributed to having 2 regional meets, and we hosted both regional meets, which was a 2-day affair. That was a lot, but had in the unequipped division, had a regional champion, 2 3rd place finishes, and 2 5th place finishes. We ended up getting runner-up in the region by 1 point. It was a tough go, but it was a lot of fun. And then in the equipped division, we ended up placing 7th overall as a team. Advancing to state, we had 2 girls advance to state. Both of them were in the unequipped division. Ended up with 1 5th place finish at state. And then in the boys, we had 6 advance to state, 3 unequipped and 3 equipped. Trying to remember when it was, but had the first state champion in powerlifting in boys. It's been a few years. And Javier Pena got that, and then had a 3rd place finish. And then, with 2 boys competing, had a 3rd place overall as a team. So very pleased with the way powerlifting has grown. Anticipated to grow even more. The freshmen, I know when we fill out the deal, there's a lot of freshmen, incoming freshmen, that are going to be back, or coming into the high school that are interested in powerlifting. And it's awesome because I feel like it's one of those sports that just kind of just adds to the other sports. And Coach Williams and I both, I mean, it's a lot, but it's a lot of fun too. So, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
I'm John Grisham, head coach of swimming. This is our 7th year of the program. My guys, unfortunately, they got last, but they only have 4 of them on the team. They're the smallest team at district. and also, unfortunately, I'm graduating through. So I already have talked to some 8th graders, and I already have 3 incoming freshman guys coming in, so with experience, so that's always super helpful. On the girls' side, they got second, and 7 of those girls made it to regionals. This second place is the most medals and most points that we've ever scored, which was even more than first place, just in the voting heritage. But my kids have been working real hard. Early mornings, 5 a.m. is tough on high school kids. So super long season, but it's been super rewarding.
Coach Maynard.
Yes, I'm Coach Maynard. Coach Builder is conducting a camp, so don't get me. So in the fall, we were 1-7 for JV and varsity, which, mind you, some of these kids have never even picked up a racket. So they pick up a racket, the next day they're playing the match. So from fall to spring, they grew a whole lot. We had a lot of changes on our roster. We graduated 6 strong varsity players last year. We had to fill 11 varsity spots this year, but 3 of those being brand new to tennis, and a lot of them new to varsity. Let's see. And then, you know, middle school, we don't have a middle school program, which a lot of schools, you know, it's an advantage that they have. But with that being said, a lot of the kids are doing stuff outside of Southern Oaks, which is helping the program as well. And with such a young team, our players learned a lot and did very well overall. They medaled a lot this spring. Our singles boy, he went to semifinals, had a chance to play back to go to finals, but then got hurt. So, and then our girls doubles got 3rd place. And with the numbers growing, and most of our players are freshmen and sophomores, so we're looking forward to the next couple of years. And also, Fielder wanted me to add, she's looking forward to our 10 beautiful new shaded courts.
Okay, so now we'll turn it over to Lieutenant Colonel Davidson, who will do the ROTC scorecard.
Well, before I start getting into the hard data, I'd like to talk about a couple of the intangibles. So Mr. Clayton put together the military signing ceremony last week. We signed 23 of our graduating class, and I'd like to point out that's about 4 times the national average. And one of the reasons that we also wanted to bring in Mr. Henry tonight, not only is he a great kid, but he received a scholarship with the intention of going into the military as an officer after college. And so those are some really good numbers. And then of the 11 recruits that the Navy got out of our school, 7 of them were from our program, and 5 of those are going to go into the nuke program. So I'd like to point out that Charlie and I will tell you in a heartbeat that neither one of us are real teachers, but we will exploit the work of good teachers as much as we can. So you know, it's really a testament to what a great school we have, that we have become the go-to program for the Navy and their nuke program. And there's some pretty healthy paychecks associated with that. Some of the other intangibles, there was a F-18, 2 F-18s collided last night. Most of you saw it on the news. We got an F-18 pilot out there. So Charlie, as soon as I saw it on the news, I'm texting him. Get a hold of Marco, see if he's okay. He is, by the way. You know, but we're still worried about that. What are some of the other intangibles? You know that Joshua, in addition to all the officers that we have out there, when we got the pilots out of Iran about a month ago, there was a former Joshua cadet on the ground during that. So those are some of the intangibles. They're not cut, you know, we don't capture them here. We also have the only JROTC, with the exception of Harlingen, which is the Marine Military Academy down there, that offers college credit for our seniors. Last year's college seniors on their exit testing exceeded, we partnered with Tarleton, and they exceeded the class average for the Tarleton cadets. We're also very, very proud of that. So we hope to grow that program. Again, that's not something that was noted up there. We had former Joshua cadet, named to the Joshua Hall of Fame last October. We're also extremely proud of that. So there have been a lot of really cool things that have gone on that aren't captured in this data. What I want to do is I want to start with the negative stuff down here, and that's what's in red. And so our goal has been to get our program up to 150, because at 150, that's when the Navy says we rate a third instructor. And so that's important for us, and you have to understand the 722 programs that they have nationwide. Football, 4A competes against 4A, 5A competes against 5A. We compete against everybody. So that's Spring, Texas, with 540 cadets and 7 instructors on the staff. Central Catholic with 900 cadets and 12 instructors on the staff. And me and Charlie have me and Charlie. And as much as we've tried, we've had it very, very difficult to be 3 places at once. And so that makes it difficult in some of the competitions and how we want to grow the program. So we're losing, at this 114 up here, we are losing 15 seniors. Then we've got probably about another dozen who have either decided we're not their cup of tea, or in some cases we've decided they're not our cup of tea, and they're going to be getting out. That's going to take our numbers down to about 85. And we've got 72 incoming freshmen coming in. So this number is going to get bumped up real close to that 150 number. If we do that for 3 semesters, then you can request a third instructor. And so why is that important? Well, Master Chief teaches drill. I'm the rifle coach. We all do other programs as well. But if we really want to grow our program and say have a drone program, when do I plug that in there? I'm at a rifle match about every other weekend. He's at drill competitions. We just can't support it. So even if we build the drones on site and take care of that and train the team, who goes with us to the competition becomes difficult with us, and that's where a third instructor really comes in. Scholarships are off, submitted this a couple of weeks ago. Since then, we've had some good news. That's in the green right now. We're over $1 million. Community service. That's where we have a big thank you to the school board. So the way we came up with a number of 4,000, on an average, we have 100 cadets. If they do 4 hours community service per month times 10 months, that's 4,000. And so we exceeded that, but only because we have a community clothing donation center that's managed to bump us up over that. Drill teams did quite well, and let me explain to you why this is such a big deal for a small school. When Master Chief takes his kids to a drill meet, there are other things besides drill. There are inspections, PT, academics, and so forth. And a lot of those kids are on my rifle team. I've got some really good athletes. I've got Dent, Henry, several others that run real fast and do a lot of sit-ups, take good tests. Well, when Charlie was at state, I had those kids at regionals, and they've done that to us 2 years in a row. And that puts him at a disadvantage, but third place was still not too bad. Rifle team, that's where I get to thank Coach Bethel, because my team captain wound up breaking his ankle during pole vault, and I didn't get to take him to the all-service. That didn't help us, but we still pulled out fourth at the Navy. We were first place in state in both divisions. We were in the top 3%, so we're a distinguished unit with academic honors again. That's not us, that's all the fine teachers that are at the school that have trained those kids, and we've just exploited it. And we, for the 3rd year in a row, we have been named the best unit in Area 19, which is North Texas, Colorado, Oklahoma, In Arkansas, sorry, they're easy to forget. And we have been put in to be the best unit nationally. So that package was submitted with Ms. Neal's endorsement last Thursday. That's all I got. Thank you.
At this moment, we will turn to the screen. We'll have our 25-26 annual School Health Advisory Council report. And I believe
Good evening, trustees. This is the Joshua ISD School Health Advisory Council annual report for the 2025-2026 school year. I'm Nurse Beard, District Nursing Coordinator, and I also serve as the SHAC Coordinator. I'll briefly highlight our work this year and the recommendations for your consideration. The School Health Advisory Council, or SHAC, is a board-appointed, parent-majority advisory group that reviews coordinated school health programming. The council provides recommendations to the district and ultimately to the Board of Trustees for consideration and approval. SHAC operates under Texas Education Code 28.004. This includes maintaining a parent-majority membership, meeting regularly, and providing an annual report. The council also reviews and recommends health education curriculum following public meetings, with all meetings posted in advance. Our council focuses on 8 coordinated school health components, ranging from physical education and nutrition to counseling and staff wellness. This year, SHAC supported a wide range of initiatives, including staff training in critical health areas, student prevention programming such as anti-vaping education, and continued expansion of services like telehealth and vaccination access. We also saw strong participation in staff wellness programs and ongoing mental health awareness efforts across all campuses. In addition, we strengthened partnerships to support student mental health and prevention efforts. Through collaboration with Texas A&M Health Science and the REACH Council, students received targeted mental health services, substance use prevention education, and small group support. These efforts reached hundreds of students across multiple campuses and provided critical resources for at-risk populations. SHAC reviewed the district's human sexuality instruction curriculum and recommends the continued use of Youth Equipped to Succeed, formerly Aim for Success, for grades 6 through 12. The council determined that this curriculum aligns with Texas Education Code requirements, is age appropriate, and supports parent transparency expectations. We held the required public meetings and followed all compliance procedures in reviewing this curriculum. SHAC also reviewed personal safety instruction in alignment with Senate Bill 9 requirements. The council recommends the use of the Monique Burr Foundation's Child Safety Matters and Teen Safety Matters curriculum, which will be provided at no cost through the Johnson County Child Advocacy Center. This program supports student education in abuse prevention and safety, with parent consent required for participation.
All SHAC meetings are open to the public and posted on our district website, reinforcing our commitment to transparency and ensuring community voices are reflected in decisions that impact student health. SHAC appreciates the opportunity to support Joshua ISD in promoting student health, safety, and overall well-being through coordinated programs and community partnerships.
All right, thank you. Now we'll have our campus presentation, so we'll have Joshua High School.
Again, typical May, we've already presented, but I want to recognize my amazing staff because I feel like I've never been able to do that. So I have Mr. Clayton. He is over seniors. I have Ms. Trevino. She's over juniors. Mr. Irvin is over sophomores. And then we have our intern who has been in and out several times, Ashley Benson. And she's so much fun. We've really enjoyed her. And then the high school also incorporates DAEPs. We have Mike Walker who goes to DAEP. Also, May is Military Appreciation Month, and while ROTC is not technically a military organization, it's a leadership organization, I do want to recognize our amazing staff members who did serve, and I just want to give them a shout out because they do such a great job. I now have 2 cadets who are going to come up and they're going to come up and give our presentation for our ROTC program.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Aubrey Castiavon. I am next year's Cadet Commanding Officer.
Hello, my name is Jaden Werner, and I'm the upcoming Operations and IT Officer. We're here tonight to tell you about our unit.
Our ROTC has 2 drill teams, armed and unarmed, who both compete in regulation and exhibition. Armed exhibition is where you spin the rifle, while unarmed exhibition is where we move with our body. Both routines are choreographed by the cadets.
Our unit also has a rifle team. Our marksmanship team travels extensively, and is ranked on the national level. Many of our former cadets have gone on to compete in the NCAA level. Just since February, we have traveled to Columbia, Missouri, Anniston, Alabama, and Camp Perry, Ohio. That's over 10,000 miles. When you're on the road this frequently with your teammates, you grow to develop close-knit bonds.
Our color guard is the most renowned in the state, and we were frequently asked to parade colors at many high-profile events. It's also important to note that we are the only high school to have been asked to parade colors at Dickies Arena. We also pride ourselves in our community service because our district gives so much to us, we would like to give back. Twice a year, we clean the 2 miles of 174 that we own to make sure that our town looks clean. And every other Friday, we go to an elementary school to wish the kids a Good Friday.
We also have a clothing donation center, which was provided to us by the Joshua ISD School Board. In this donation building, members of the community are able to donate clothes that they may no longer need, and then our cadets organize them into our building. From here, it functions as a quick solution for any dress code violations, as well as anyone in the community who may be in need of assistance can come to us. Our unit also gets to be a part of a ton of amazing orientation trips. So last year we got to visit the Nimitz Museum, and then just this year we got to travel to the Medal of Honor Museum, where we met a Medal of Honor recipient in person, General Brady, and got to hear his story. We also traveled to the USS Lexington, where we stayed a night aboard and got to see a little bit of what it's like to live on a World War II aircraft carrier.
We would now like to present to you a video of our teams in action.
I've been on the unarmed drill team for the past 3 years, going on 4. ROTC has taught me the importance of many things like commitment, resilience, and strength. Because of the support from the school board and my ROTC instructors, I have been able to reach many of the goals that I have set for myself this year.
Hello, my name is Jake Ware, and I am next year's operations officer. I was this year's IT officer, and I'm also an active member of the Joshua JRTC rifle team. We get to travel a lot in rifle. I got this shirt in Columbia, Missouri at Navy Nationals. Rifles gave me a ton of amazing opportunities as far as friendships and traveling. I would never assume that I would get to compete at a national level. Anyone in the crowd who may have a student approaching their high school years, when it comes time to choose their pathway, we hope you consider joining us and carrying on our legacy.
We would also like to thank the school board for being a constant supporter of our program and letting us come out here tonight and showcase our unit. Thank you and good evening.
Thank you so much. At this time, we are going to go to the public forum, and I do believe we have someone signed to speak, Mr. Robert Bishop. And you will have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Good evening.
name is Robert Bishop. I'm the parent of a ninth grader. I'm here to speak about a student safety incident that occurred on the ninth grade campus on Wednesday, April 29th. On that day, she was sitting at a table in the cafeteria closest to the door that was reached by an intruder. And I've learned that a former student was let through the exterior door by a former student, where they were confronted by an administrator and removed by JISD police. During this time, the campus was placed on security. I want to say that I am incredibly grateful for the administrators and the staff and police department that intervened in this situation, that applaud their professionalism and their quick actions. Unfortunately, I'm here because I think the district fell short in its communication of this incident. The statement issued by the district following this incident was, in my view, misleading. It reads in part that, quote, a former student tried to enter the ninth grade campus, and that the campus was placed on secure, which I believe is the minimum required response to door breach, quote, out of an abundance of caution. The implication in this statement is that the individual failed to enter campus and that business was happening as usual. In fact, this person did enter the building, and I believe that's an important distinction. And I'm disappointed that this term of phrase was used to convey a sense of routine. And to be frank, it makes me wonder if I can trust all of the notices that I received from JISD. I understand that you're custodians of the district. You have to maintain the public image of the district. I strongly believe that public trust is built through more transparency, not less. So I'm here to ask you for three things. The first is that I had several questions after this event, so I reached out, and I received answers to some of them. But I believe that all parents and guardians deserve answers to these questions. And so I'm asking you to implement a policy that an incident report would be prepared following a status of secure or locked. And that report would include lessons learned and steps to mitigate future events. Second, according to Chapter 37 of the Texas Education Code, school districts must provide school safety notifications through both text and email. There's currently not an option to receive notification via text message, so I'm asking you to direct the communications department to bring the protocols into compliance with this statute. And then finally, I'd like to ask you to review and revise the communication policy regarding student safety incidents with a strong bias toward telling the truth and against the obfuscation of facts. I thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you very much. All right, at this time, the board will convene in a closed session to discuss items authorized by the Texas Open Meetings Act, Texas Government Code Sections 551.001-551.084. And the time is 7:48. Going to reconvene back into open session. The time is 8:43. We're going to move on to our subject items. First subject up is the consider consent agenda.
Okay, so, where's that? Could turn that on. Okay, so we have our previous minutes from our April 20th meeting. We do have a few purchases over 50,000 that Carla reviewed during a work session. A few of them in relation to Prop C, CT classroom furniture. We've got the using IMTA funds for the math adoption, K-5 through Savas. We have two additional change orders that have been added, and those are for our agreement with Pansharp Farms. And that's the second amendment for that, so we can continue with the utility agreement lift station and drainage and road agreement for our new elementary campus. And so my recommendation would be to approve the consent items as was discussed.
Okay, do I have a motion?
Make a motion, we approve subject A as recommended.
We have a motion made by Mr. Cody Lee. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Mr. Kevin Lee. Any discussion? All in favor? 500. Next, we'll move to subject B, which will be the issue certificates of election and administer the oath of office to the newly elected board members.
Okay, so I do want to point out that Mr. Galbert was sworn in prior to this meeting since he couldn't be here tonight. So that leaves you, Ms. Wilson, who will be sworn in, so Ms. Clayton. And,
Okay. Raise your right hand. I, Amy Wilson, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the duties of the office of President in the Municipal District Board of Trustees of the State of Texas, and will to the best of my ability preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution and laws of the United States and of this state, so help me God. I swear.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
You're good.
Yes.
so recommendation would be to issue the certificates of election and administer the oath of office.
Okay. Do I have
Make
a
a
motion?
motion.
Kevin Lee. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hunter Byrd. All in favor? 5-0. Okay, move down to subject C, consider board reorganization.
Okay, so board reorganization occurs each year after the board members are seated. Board members will elect the president, vice president, and secretary to serve the board.
Okay, do I have a nomination for president?
I'd like to nominate Amy Wilson for president.
Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Kevin Lee and a second by Mr. Randy Cisneros. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Thank you.
I'd like to nominate Kevin Lee for Vice President.
Second.
We have a motion made by Mr. Randy Cisneros and a second by Mr. Hunter Byrd for Kevin Lee for Vice President. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Secretary.
I'd like to nominate Cody Lee as secretary.
Have a motion by Mr. Hunter Byrd. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Randy Cisneros.
It's great handwriting.
Other than the discussion of his handwriting, do we have anything else? Okay, all in favor? 5-0. Okay, now we're going to move down to subject D. And this is the consider shared services agreement.
Okay, so we have a shared service agreement with the Crowley Regional Day School Program for deaf. Each year our district works with the regional school to provide services for our students who are deaf and hard of hearing. And this is that yearly service agreement with Crowley ISD. And so my recommendation would be to approve the service agreement for the 26-27 school year.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Motion to approve subject to as presented.
We have a motion by Mr. Cisneros. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Cody Lee. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Now we'll move to subject E, which is considered adoption of the JISD appraisal calendar and procedures for the 2026-2027 school year.
Okay, so we've been using the T-test system, or Texas Evaluation and Support System, which is recommended by our education commissioner. We use the T-test system for appraisals, and our appraisal procedures and calendars contain all the required statutory components included in the domains and dimensions of the T-test rubric. So my recommendation would be approve the JISD appraisal calendar and procedures for the 26-27 school year.
Do I have a motion?
A motion we approve the JISD appraisal calendar as presented.
Motion by Mr. Hunter Byrd. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Kevin Lee. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Move down to subject F. Consider donation from Pinnacle Bank to North Joshua Elementary for an electronic marquee.
So we're very fortunate in Joshua ISD with our community partners. Pinnacle Bank has been a community partner in helping get our marquees at several of our campuses up and running. And so we will receive 2 installment donations from Pinnacle, and then it's a total amount of $20,000, and those will be paid in $10,000 in May 2026 and another $10,000 in June 2026. And the remaining balance will be paid by the from North Joshua Elementary Principal Fund to cover the cost of a new marquee sign out at North Joshua. So my recommendation is approving the donation from Pinnacle Bank.
Okay, do we have a motion?
Make a motion we approve subject F as recommended.
Have a motion by Mr. Cody Lee. Do we have a second?
Second.
Have a second by Mr. Hunter Byrd. Any discussion? All in favor? 4-0. And abstaining. Okay, now we're going to move to subject G, which is consider RFP number 26-001 beverage and snack vending services.
Okay, so our current snack vending services is with Dr. Pepper, and it runs through July 31st, 2026. So we had to put out an RFP, request for proposals to companies to submit for our beverage and snack vending services. We only received one proposal and was evaluated based on criteria published within the RFP document. That proposal was from Dr. Hooker itself. So the evaluation committee recommends awarding RFP 26-001 beverage, snack, and vending services to Keurig Dr. Pepper for a non-exclusive 5-year contract that begins July 1, 2026 and runs through June 31st, 2031. Recommendation to approve Keurig Dr. Pepper for the RFP.
Okay, do we have a motion on subject G?
I'll make a motion we approve Keurig Dr. Pepper as discussed.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Kevin Lee and a second by Mr. Hunter Byrd. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Going to move to subject H.
Okay, I'll call Carla Martin up here. The district has the potential to opportunity to refund a portion of our district series 2016 bonds for future interest savings for the district. This would be refundable, a refunding of the callable maturities ranging from 2029 to 2033. It will be structured that allows us to gain additional state aid for homestead exemption funding through TEA.
As presented in board workshop today, we are presenting an order authorizing the issuance of the unlimited tax refund fund series 2026. And we do have Eric Monhoff from Hillhouse Securities to answer any questions and do a brief summary. Is that what you will?
Good evening to the board. Eric Monhoff with Hilltop. I believe you have a packet of information here in front of you, and as Ms. Martin said, there's an opportunity to possibly refund some of the district's existing bonds for savings. We've also structured the bonds to take advantage of the ability to pick up some additional state funding in conjunction with the district savings. So, the order before the board this evening would allow a 6-month window to look at the market and watch interest rates, and if we meet those savings objectives, then we can move forward. Mr. Peterson or Ms. Martin have the authority to finalize the bond sale. From board approval, we would go to work and be in position to watch the bond market and jump in at the time. So, estimated savings, I believe you have those in your packet. Currently 1.4 million on the refunding, and then about 1.87 million in additional state funds, the anticipated amount that you all can pick up. So,
Thank you very much.
Recommendation move to adopt an order authorizing issuance and sale of Joshua School District unlimited tax refunding bonds series 2026.
Okay, do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve subject H as itself.
We have a motion by Mr. Cisneros.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I move to adopt an order authorizing the issuance of sale of Joshua bonds series 2026.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Randy Cisneros and a second by Mr. Cody Lee. Any further discussion? All in favor? 5-0.
Okay, during our executive session, we were able to review the professional staff retirements and resignations from our executive session page. And then I have a recommendation to hire Marlene Mobley for the assistant principal position at Lawford Middle School for the 26-27 school year.
Thank you very much. Do I have a motion?
I motion that we hire Marlene Mobley as assistant principal at Lawton. Second.
We have a motion by Mr. Cody Lee and a second by Mr. Hunter Byrd. Any discussion? All in favor? 5-0. Welcome to Joshua. All right, okay. At this time, there's no further. We're going to close this meeting, adjourn this meeting, and it is 8:58.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
make a motion, or Kevin Lee made a motion. Who's the second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hunter Byrd. All in favor? 5-0.